You go on one date and he sends you 23 dick pics. Like it seems like he's pretty confident, but he's over there shaking like a leaf. Like, I hope she likes this one. Well, I guess she didn't like that one. I'll send her another one. And a swarm of them will help. No, what you said there, what I really enjoyed there was knowing your own values. I think it's, and liking yourself. I think it's knowing what you bring to the table. Most guys think you bring nothing to the table except a paycheck, right? You are a nest, you're a tree for her to nest in, and that's all you are. No. Who are you? What are your values? What are your ambitions? What are your goals? What's your mission in life? That's who you are. And most guys don't know that. That's why my course, it starts off with what are your values? What's your honor code that you live to? What are your ambitions in life? What are you trying to create? You don't have to want to rule the world. Maybe you want to build a family or build a company. Great. That's a fantastic mission. Are you taking steps toward that? If you know the value you bring to the table, then you can find the right woman who matches that value and who shares that with you. And she can respect that about you. And you'll have something interesting to say when she says, tell me a story about you. And he says, oh, I'm so bad at this. No. Hey, let me tell you a story about me as I was trying to build my business recently. Let me tell you this story about me as I had to confront this guy who was lying to me. And honesty is the biggest thing in my life. I just got to tell you that right now. Honesty is everything for me. And let me tell you a story about that. And if you have those pieces locked in, you do so much better. And you have so much more to offer.
And I think there's also another deeper part of this as well, is understanding what works for you, what you're attracted to, what chemistry really is. Because personally in my life, I had to break up with chemistry. Ooh. I had to break up with what I thought was attractive to me.
Now tell me more about this, because a lot of people think chemistry is dopamine. I got so much dopamine from that person. We have good chemistry. Tell me what you mean, because I want to hear this.
Well, it's really just a certain level of anxiety and triggering from probably potentially some old wounds that you were facing. Yeah. So that I go into, there is a section and the course that I have, it's all the first hour and a half is really just, what are you attracted to? What are the patterns that you're seeing? Ooh. So for me, like the patterns that I was seeing was that these guys would come on just so super strong, right? And then the minute that I would have any type of, kind of a life circumstance, or I fell off the pedestal or something happened, they would flee and they would disappear, or they would show inconsistencies with their communication. They would be on and off. So instead of thinking or convincing them that I was the one that they should pick, or chasing them or trying to flag them down and saying, don't you see my value? Don't you see my worth? I am this, and this. It's understanding that what I'm attracted to is potentially what is causing me pain, and how to be inward focused, taking responsibility for your dating life, and not just blaming, men or women and saying, all women are this or all men are that. It's about, what am I attracting into my life? Because if I'm the common denominator, and if there is something that's happening all the time, if I am attracting the same type of person, then what am I putting out into the universe? What are my patterns? It's like a smoke signal that you're sending out, and people are just responding to your own unhealed trauma.
That is so true.
And it's a constant battle. Everyone, I think if you talk to anybody who didn't have the most secure upbringing, it's always something to manage. But once you're aware of what you are attracted to and what that is mirroring from your past, you have the ability to confront it and talk about it, and then decide if it's something that you want to proceed forward with. And 9 times out of 10 that you will find that the boring, the calm, the people that you aren't potentially have the most chemistry with are the ones that you should really pursue, because that's going to be what lifelong partnership looks like.
I just had a client this morning, a female client actually, who said, why do I feel like all of my friendships, all my relationships, and the people I talk to now are uninteresting to me, and I'm uninteresting to them? And I said, well, you fixed your attachment. We worked on this. Well, yeah, but what does that matter? And I said, picture this. Picture a field, and there are fireflies who are flashing green and fireflies who are flashing blue, let's say. And they are colorblind to each other. completely colorblind to each other. The green fireflies cannot see blue. The blue fireflies cannot see green. They are just gone. So if they get around each other, they flash. Hey, look at me. Are you interested? Here I am. And if the other firefly tries to flash at them in the wrong color, they'll say that firefly's not flashing at all. That firefly is just sitting there. They're boring, and I'm boring to them. What do they want? I don't even know. I'm out of here. Hey, look, there's one that's my color. And they fly over the other one. And that's the two dating pools. The secure people, they're flashing blue over here. They say, hey, look at me. They connect. They bond really quick. They go off into their little firefly nest, whatever. I don't even know how fireflies mate, but they go off into their little area. They have 40 babies, whatever. The green fireflies are the insecure ones who are like, hey, look at me. Let's chase each other. Let's play games. Let's try to make each other happy. And they signal to each other over and over. When you fix your attachment, you change your color. Mm-hmm. So you're going to be unfulfilled by the people before that were dopamine button pushing, being super nice, super engaged, telling you everything you want to hear, and then dodging out. You don't chase those people anymore. You're a totally different color.